to another video from a cook and two wolves. Now you might be wondering why you haven't seen me for a while. I've been quite busy, I've been fortunate enough to be travelling, but I've also been unfortunate enough to suffer from Bells Palsy, and that's why my right side of my face is paralysed, and I'm unable to move my eyes and my mouth and my nose as well, and so it affects my speech. And I wanted to do a video to share with you guys some of the things I've had with Bells Palsy. I still plan to keep doing my videos. A Geek and Two Wolves will be having some new videos soon. I've got the new SNES Classic, got the Xbox One X on pre-order, and hopefully iPhone 10 and the home base from Apple as well, the speaker system, so loads coming there. But in the meantime, I thought I would just talk a little bit more about Bells Palsy. So some of you might be asking, what is Bells Palsy? I'm certainly no medical expert. In fact, before I was diagnosed with it myself, I'd never even heard of it. Never heard of anyone having suffered from it. And since I've had the diagnosis and spoke to others, it's actually struck me how, not common, but how at least almost everyone I speak to knows someone who has unfortunately suffered from this. And thankfully the stories have always been that within time, and it has varied the length of time that I've heard from people that they have recovered. So Bells Palsy, as I understand it, and I'm by no means no medical expert, so please don't use this as a medical advice video, it's just my experience, is the paralysation of one side of the face. I believe it results from a nerve that inflames within the head and stops up to 28 muscles working across the face. And as a result of that, you have the impact that you kind of see here, and people have varying degrees. I think I'm fairly lucky-ish in that it's not as severe as I've seen some people online, but what I'm unable to do is I can't move this eye, so I can't blink, which is actually one of the hardest things when you think about it. You blink so involuntary that when you can't blink, it's a real kind of pain. I have to take my eye down at night and wear a patch. My mouth as well is hasn't got full movement, and so it's quite difficult when I speak, and I find it quite tiring as well when I speak, at least initially anyway, because my mouth is trying to move how it used to, and it just doesn't work like that anymore. And also my nose are really strange things. I can't twitch my nose on both sides. I can twitch it that side, but can't that side. It's a bit strange. I'm getting used to how my face now moves with this paralysis. So how did it happen? I was travelling and I was doing a lot of swimming. I've been trying to get real back into my exercise, and I was doing a lot of swimming, and I found myself getting an earache, an ear infection. I thought, I didn't think too much of it. Got on the plane, okay, I flew back. Everything was fine apart from the persistent earache, and I just thought it was an ear infection that would go away with time. It was getting worse. I noticed that one night in the week, last week, that I lost the taste sensation in my mouth as I was eating food. And my face, it wasn't like it wasn't moving, but it just, you know how your face moves, you understand the muscles in your face. And I knew that it wasn't quite responding as it normally did, but nowhere near as serious as this. So I went to sleep, didn't think too much of it. And then I woke in the morning and it's, as you see now, it was quite paralysed and quite extreme, certainly noticeable at least anyway. And of course the first thing you think is that maybe it might be a stroke. So I phoned the non-emergency 111 service. From there they advised me to go to A&E, and that's where they did various tests. And unfortunately, from what I understand, there's no one test that can kind of do and say, yeah, you've got Bells Palsy. It's more of a case of discontinuing or discounting, even other things that it wouldn't be. So they did that, various scans, etc. And then they came to the conclusion that it probably was Bells Palsy. And as a result, I've been put on steroids and some antiviral medication, and then just told to rest, really. So I've been told that the prognosis is fairly good in terms of recovery, in as much as 85% of people get full functionality back in their face, and the 15% remaining get a good percentage of the movement back in their face as well. Time-wise, I think we are looking in weeks, weeks, if not months, unfortunately. So it will be a long process, and initially that's really hard to hear, especially as I mentioned, how I've been trying to be really active, and initially it was a very difficult thing to hear. But I decided, watching actually some other videos on YouTube, I decided to kind of try and put a positive spin on it as much as possible. And I really am quite looking forward to the challenge of trying to get back to normal. Hopefully before Christmas I can be back at the gym and really push myself again. So as said, it's all positive. I'm trying to be really focused here, and keep watching. There's going to be loads of videos coming up soon with these guys, with myself, with some new tech coming as well. So it won't be all Bells Palsy, but I will do the odd video every now and again just to keep you guys informed of what's going on. If you like this video, please hit subscribe and comment in the box below. If you suffered from Bells Palsy, I'd love to hear from you, from your experience. Let's keep it positive, guys. Let me know how you've got on. Any hints and tips, please do share. It could help others as well. Thanks so much.